Hey, what's good, everyone? Emo Cat Dad here, hanging out with you, bringing you yet another edition of Emo Cat Dad Listens. If you're new here, then first off, thank you so much for stopping by. What it is I do here is every day of 2024, I vow to check out a new band or artist. I check out 4 songs from across their discography, give you my initial thoughts on those songs, give you my ranking of the songs, and then, of course, give you my overall thoughts on the artist, based on what I just heard. Today's artist, as you can see right there, is Void of Vision. This was a suggestion from one of you kind viewers, so please keep those suggestions coming. Hit the comments below right now. Give me bands or artists you think I absolutely need to check out, and hopefully I'll get to them on a future video, just like I am for Void of Vision here. So what do I know about Void of Vision going into this? I don't think I've ever heard any Void of Vision songs. I know they're like a metalcore band. I've heard they're a little theatrical in places, so I guess going in, that's what I'm expecting. I don't know, maybe we'll be surprised. I've been wrong before. So without any further ado, I guess let's just get into Void of Vision. Okay, so it looks like the first song that Void of Vision had that really took off was Ghost in the Machine from their 2017 EP Disturbia, so I checked that out. Okay, so first off, I do appreciate the inclusion of cleans. Lots of times when I've checked out metalcore bands that have not had cleans, I'm like, I wish they had it here or had it a little more. It's not used a ton on this track, but I don't really mind it because I didn't think the cleans were the greatest. But yeah, there's a weird feeling for me because usually when I'm listening to metalcore, I'm like, I wish there was more cleans. Here, I think it's probably the perfect amount given the stylings of it. That being said, I do love the uncleans, a kind of a throwback to like the post-hardcore screams that I listen to. And overall, it's kind of got a post-hardcore feel to it on top of the metalcore, so kind of dig that. Alright, next up, I'm going to check out a track from their Hyper Days album, which came out in 2019. I checked out DK. Okay, so this track is different right off the bat. We get a little bit of nu metal flair. Like, this literally opens up and I'm like, is this a Korn song? And then the vocals start and I'm like, wait, is this actually a Korn song? It does eventually get away from the vocal stylings of it, but kind of that nu metal thread is there throughout. And these dudes just love Donkey Kong. They keep screaming, I want DK. So, big Donkey Kong fans in Void of Vision, which I can appreciate, as Donkey Kong is my starting catcher in Mario Superstar Baseball. Alright, the band dropped their most recent album in 2023 called Chronicles. I checked out Into the Dark, which is the most streamed track on that album. Holy crap. Where have these cleans been hiding? Did they get a new clean singer, or did their previous guy just improve this much? Because this is night and day from Ghost in the Machine. I'm honestly so shocked. Like, you guys let me know in the comments if there's been a member change, because this is like perfect unclean vocals in a metalcore song. Those vocals elevate this chorus to a whole new level. By far the best chorus out of these 3 tracks yet. And it's not just about the unclean vocals and a catchy chorus. There's also a great breakdown in here too. So metalcore kids, don't worry, you'll still be able to throw down. Alright, moving on to their most recent single. They released the track Empty last month. So here I am checking it out. Metalcore Jet, baby. If you worry there is not enough Jet in metalcore, boys, are you in for a treat with Void of Vision's track Empty. In all seriousness though, gent is the genre of the day for this type of music. But there are bands doing it great. I did a video on the band Currents a little while back. They're one of them. And I'm going to throw Void of Vision in that bucket as well, with this track specifically. Musically, it's a good mix of Into the Dark, where they changed up the sound a little bit, making it more accessible, but still pretty heavy, like Ghost in the Machine was. So, pretty good dynamic of the two here mixed in on Empty. And we get another great breakdown on this track. I don't think it's quite as good as the one on Into the Dark, but nothing wrong with the silver medal on this one. Alright, so those are 4 tracks I checked out. Let's go ahead and rank them. At number 1, we're going Into the Dark. That title is a little bit cliched, but nothing else about this song is. I seriously cannot tell you how good these clean vocals are. Like, I'm shocked after hearing that first track that they would get elevated to this point. That alone is worthy of the top spot on this pyramid. At 2, I'm going Empty. The gent is real. It's certainly not the most original track that I've ever heard, but it does everything so well that it's hard to ignore its greatness overall. At 3, we're going Ghost in the Machine. My only real issue with this was the unclean vocals, which they obviously have since remedied, but these were probably my favorite uncleans, so that's got to be worth something. And the music was top notch, and I understand why this was kind of their breakout track. And at 4, DK, no shade to Donkey Kong, still a big fan of you. Hope you keep hitting me some home runs with that big catcher's mitt in Mario Baseball. But Void of Vision, I'm sorry, you cannot have him. The new metal was a cool sound to play with, and I'm glad they went that route. And overall, it's definitely not a bad song. It just plays less to my personal taste than these other 3 tracks did, with the great clean vocals that the 2 most recent singles provided, as well as those post-hardcore uncleans that I really dug in Ghost in the Machine. Alright, so that was my thoughts on these tracks. What are my overall thoughts on Void of Vision? I love that this band is playing with different sounds. Obviously, I made a joke or two about the whole gent of it all on the new track. It's not surprising at all that a metalcore band would play in that realm, nor would it be surprising if they played in the new metal realm on the next one. But the fact that they did that back in 2019 before it was a common thing in the new age, where we're hearing a bunch of like Linkin Park core, Void of Vision gave us Korn core, and although that song did rank the lowest on this list for me, I still appreciate them taking the different swings, and they clearly have done that over and over again on these 4 tracks, and I'm excited to hear where they go next. I know we just got a new album last year, but the fact they've already released 2 new singles, maybe they're going to push an EP out by the end of the year. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I also want to talk about the lyrics briefly here. I didn't really talk about it in the songs. Metalcore can sometimes fall into certain overused tropes and predictability with their lyrics. Void of Vision did not do that, to the fact that I was actually very impressed with the lyricism on all of these tracks. So kudos to them for getting lyrics right in a metalcore band, which is not always the easiest thing. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad. Appreciate you making it to the very end of this video. Like I said earlier, get in those comments, give me suggestions of other bands or artists you think I absolutely need to check out. I would appreciate it oh so much. We just keep choogling along. We're almost at the halfway point of the year, which only means that I still have a lot more of these videos to do, so please give me those suggestions so I have bands to check out and content to pump out. Also, while you're down in the comments, give me your thoughts on Void of Vision. Do you like the new sound? Do you wish they stuck with their older material? Are you excited for a potential new project coming down the pipeline, since we already got 2 singles? And as always, give me your favorite tracks of the band. I'm going to want to do a deep dive when time permits, so give me those suggestions so I can go back to them and check out your favorite tracks from Void of Vision. But as always, I need to sign off now. I'm recording this in the morning, so I'm a little smelly, so I should probably go take a shower. So while I'm going to do that, I'd like you to do me one favor, and that's cut my wrists and hit subscribe. This Emo Cat Dad signing off for now, but until tomorrow, I want to hear you sad. Whew. Bye guys.